Hello, I'm Johnny Depp, and when I'm not involved in my unhealthy relationship with Tim Burton, I enjoy doing very eccentric impressions of Keith Richards. Yes, I do. Hey guys, Ultra Maximus here, and I'm back with another Blu-ray 3D review. Yes. This time I want to talk about The Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides 3D. Um, Pretty good movie. I actually saw this movie at the theater, and I enjoyed it. It was at, I believe it was the IMAX 3D theater. Pretty good film. I liked it. We'll talk about it, all that kind of good stuff. Looking at this, this is actually a $35 Blu-ray 3D. I got this on sale at Meijer for $25 about, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks ago. So keep an eye out. Meijer is a really good place. They're starting to pick up more DVDs. If you've got a Meijer in your area, I love to stroll through in the middle of the night after hitting the bars or whatever and see what they have on sale in their Blu-ray section. And they've been doing a lot of really good 3D sales. They don't carry a lot of 3Ds, but they do carry some good stuff and stuff you really wouldn't think, and they put them on sale. So $25, I'm like, yep, definitely got to pick this up. In fact, I hadn't seen it since it was in the theater. So it's been a while since I've seen it, so I went ahead and picked it up. Now, it's got the moving 3D plastic style. And what's really cool, this little logo here, the Pirates of the Caribbean logo, that's actually raised letters, and the skull on there, that right there, that's all raised lettering. Probably can't, the disc coming out. I can kind of see it there a little bit, see how it's kind of raised up, which is very cool. I thought that was kind of neat. This is I think a 5-disc pack. The back of the disc is your typical Disney Blu-ray type stuff. It tells you what's on it, the different discs. Yeah, this is a 5-disc. We've got the Blu-ray 3D disc, a Blu-ray disc with bonus features, a bonus Blu-ray disc that has a ton of bonus features on it, the DVD version plus bonus features, and the digital copy on a separate disc. And that's one thing I like about Disney and their 3D copies. When they add a digital copy, they give you the hard disc. I like that. I hate having to go online and download my digital copy. I like to have, in case that site's gone, your internet's down, whatever, you've got that disc copy that you can always load on your computer and move to whatever, and you've always got that hard save copy. So thank you, Disney, for doing that. I appreciate that, even though I don't use the digital copies, but I like the option of being able to have it all the time. So that's very cool stuff. And then, of course, we got the Disney 3D logo, which is very different from the rest of the Blu-ray 3D stuff. They've got to have their own. This is what it looks like. Same deal, same packaging on the exterior. It's just a flat piece. It's a very thick set because, well, it's got 5 discs in it. So inside, we've got our Blu-ray 3D disc, the Blu-ray disc, the standard Blu-ray, the Blu-ray bonus, and then on the back side, we've got our DVD copy and then our digital copy, which is very cool. There's also a movie, let's see, what is this? Movie rewards file where you can enter a code in, and I don't get Disney stuff, some kind of code thing. And there's also a advertisement down here in the corner for Pirates of the Caribbean, sweepstakes, Pirates of the Caribbean logo type thing. Yeah, whatever. That kind of stuff. What else? Some advertisements. Some kind of ad for a bunch of Disney stuff. It's kind of got a cool little thing there. So that's about it. But it's a pretty good size set. Real nice. We like this a lot. And try to think what else about this disc set. It looks good. I mean, it's got a typical Blu-ray menu. Nothing too terribly spectacular. That's one of the things I was talking about with a friend of mine today. And we had a DVD on, and it was Super Troopers, actually. And the menu was in one of those interactive menus, and I missed those. They used to be goofy and fun, and you could go around and do all kinds of weird things with them. They had Easter eggs in them. It seems that the Blu-ray format had really abandoned that, like it's trying to be classier or something. I don't know. I really miss the cheesy menus in the disc setups. But oh well. So Pirates of the Caribbean 3D. Talk about the film, and then we'll talk about some of the 3D stuff. Um, yeah, the film. I like the movie. I do. I really like it. I don't think it's the strongest of the films, although I do like it better than I do the third film. I really didn't care for the third Pirates movie, and the second one was mediocre. I think this is actually the best one since the first movie. I think the first movie is still a better film, but this is probably the second best one. Now, this one does not have Orlando Bloom or Keira Knightley in it, and it doesn't have the majority of the pirates that we've seen in the other three films. The crew of the Pearl, I guess you could call them, Mr. Cotton and Cotton's Parrot, and the two dippy pirates, one with the eye and the short bald guy. You don't see those characters in this film, and there's a reason for that. We'll talk about that. So spoilers ahead if you've not seen this film. So this film, a little different. The first one we have, it's a ghost story. We've got the skeleton pirates, and it's based off the ride and all that kind of good stuff. The second movie, we've got Davy Jones and the sea creatures and the half pirates, half starfish and hammerhead sharks and all that kind of jazz. And then the third one, it was pretty much just a bunch of different kinds of pirates. Chinese pirates and the Spanish pirates and all that kind of stuff. Plus you had the layover half sea creature pirates from Davy Jones in the second one. This one, the big pirate character themes are, we've got Blackbeard, which is played by, I think it's Ian McShane, is Blackbeard. Penelope Cruz is in the film. She is supposed to be Blackbeard's daughter, and it kind of alludes on and off of that. And then we've got mermaids, and we've got zombie pirates, and that kind of stuff, because Blackbeard was into voodoo and the dark arts and dark magics, theoretically, according to history, kind of. It was rumored he was into that kind of stuff. Mr. Teach, Captain Teach. I like Blackbeard, and the appearance of Blackbeard in the film is really nice because he comes out and his beard has got wicks with the black powder burning at the end of it, and that is a true account. That actually did happen in history. Blackbeard would do that to intimidate other pirates when he would go and attack different ships and different pirates and things like that, flip people out. It was very voodoo-y like, and he did that, and that was cool that they did that. One thing I did not like, they do not use the proper Jolly Roger on the Queen Anne's Revenge, Blackbeard's ship. Completely different flag, and I don't know why they did that. Maybe they wanted to look more classical pirate from the pirate movie genre type stuff, but it absolutely looked nothing like that. The Queen Anne's Revenge, the Jolly Roger is the pirate flag. Each pirate had their own version of that. They weren't all skull and crossbones. Each one had a different type of flag when they would hoist and attack. And the Queen Anne's Revenge was one that was very specific, and it was not the same at all. And I thought that was disappointing that they did that. But that all being said, still a pretty decent film. They're looking for the Fountain of Youth in this one, and we get Jeffrey Rush back as Captain Barbossa, who's become a privateer in the English Navy, and just good fun stuff. We go through, and these two characters down here, you've got, he's a priest, or not a priest, but a reverend or something like that, a minister who's lost his way, and he meets this mermaid because they have to get a mermaid to get a tear out of the mermaid, so they go mermaid hunting, and she's a model, and she's very, very attractive lady. Um, she is in the film, and he kind of falls in love with her and all that kind of good stuff. So they go through and they're looking for the Fountain Youth, basically. And you've come to find out the Pearl, along with a bunch of other ships, have been captured by Blackbeard, and he's used voodoo magic, and he's got them in little bottles, ships in a bottle kind of thing. And that's why you don't see the other crew members, and you see the monkey at the very end of the film in the bottle when they get it back and all that kind of good stuff. So it's a pretty decent pirate adventure, and it is better than the um, At World's End and Dead Man's Chest, I think. Dead Man's Chest is okay. I think this is a little bit better, mainly because you're getting away from the constant repetition with Orlando Bloom's character and Keira Knightley's character. And while they were good characters, they ran their course. We're done with them. The two main characters that should always be in those movies is Barbossa and Jack Sparrow, plain and simple. Those two characters, that is what makes the Pirates of the Caribbean, those two going at each other. And it's classic in this. Very good stuff. So, talk about the 3D. Pretty good. I mean, it's, and I was watching the triple movie that I have, the triple feature DVD, and I've done a long time ago. I did a review on it. It's an IMAX triple feature with there's the Galapagos Islands in the Egypt type stuff, the pyramids of Egypt, and there's another one on there. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but I was watching the 3D in that, and then I had just watched this, and I was showing a cousin of mine the Galapagos 3D, and I noticed the difference in 3D. I think I've become a little used to some of the stuff Hollywood has been putting out, and some of it is really good. And a lot of the reviews, I like this, I like this, I like this, and some of them not so good. Well, this one was good. There are lots of really good scenes in it. I think I'm becoming a little desensitized to some of this stuff. I'm getting too used to it, I think, which was kind of an interesting thing to go back, because if you go back and look at the IMAX stuff that they did prior to mainstream Hollywood movies for IMAX, the actual like Discovery Channel and BBC type of documentaries that were made for IMAX in 3D, they are spectacular and just worlds different than what you're going to get out of these Hollywood movies. And a lot of them are doing post-production 3D, which does not look the same at all. A real 3D camera on set makes a big, big difference. And you can see that in films like Avatar and in Transformers. They use 3D cameras there. And then you get films like Clash of the Titans that's post-production 3D filming. And I mean, while that was a decent flick and they had some good shots in it, you can definitely see the difference in them. But this one does have some really good 3D scenes. There's a great scene where a sword comes through the door right next to Sparrow's head that looks really good, probably one of my favorite scenes in the film. And then a lot of the scenes on the water with the ships and the ropes and those kind of things look really good. The scene where they get the mermaids is probably one of the better of the 3D. In fact, I think that's probably my pinnacle scene in the entire film with 3D, because a lot of the stuff in 3D, if you're underwater, that always looks really cool for some reason, and the boat is sitting on top of the water, and then you've got a lighthouse that's shooting beams of light out, and that just looks really nice sweeping over the screen. So it's nice to see this in 3D. It was really fun. Is it the best 3D movie that's out there? I don't know. But the fact that Johnny Depp and Jeffrey Rush are in it really make up. It's the 3D is not the 100% goal of the film. It is a Pirates of the Caribbean movie. It's a popcorn flick. It's just a fun little quasi-raunchy adventure about pirates. And once again, they've done a good job with it. I enjoyed it. The 3D just added value to that and made it look really nice, and they really used it intelligently in particular scenes to really kind of help enforce the adventure of the film, if that makes sense. So, again, for 25 bucks, this is a great purchase. $35, you know what? I probably would spend 35 on it because it is Pirates of the Caribbean. It is Johnny Depp as Captain Jack Sparrow and Jeffrey Rush as Captain Barbossa. So I would say it is worth $35. If you can find it cheaper, absolutely pick it up. If you see this for $30 or under, it's a great value for Blu-ray 3D, no questions. So I'm going to give it a thumbs up. I liked it. Should you put this in your 3D movie collection? Absolutely. It should be in there, no doubts. This will make a great Christmas gift, a great birthday gift, or if it's a must-have for your 3D collection, must have. It's Disney. It's fun. It's Johnny Depp, Jeffrey Rush. You can't go wrong. So thanks for watching, guys, and have a great weekend. Happy 4th of July to all of us here in the United States. Be safe. Please don't burn your yards down if you're living in a dry area. You know, use some common sense, please. And, you know, enjoy your holiday, enjoy your family, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.